the safest thing for you to do would be to turn around and find a different way to go wherever it is you're going. You would never, ever want to cross a road that has this much water on it without knowing what was underneath. All right, we built this, we know what's underneath it, and the reason we do this, the water crossing capabilities of these vehicles. Now, these vehicles will go through water just under 20 inches of water, 19.6 inches to be exact. But what we want to do here is we're going to control our speed as we go into the water. So again, hold a little bit of pressure on the brake pedal and lower yourself nice and slowly into the water, because we don't want to put a big wall of water up in front of us, a big wave. So we're not going to just freewheel down into here. We're going to lower ourselves nice and gently. That's it, right? Well, come on in. You're fine, come on in. Now, once you get in the water, please don't open the doors of the vehicle. You can open the windows if you like, but please don't open the doors. And look out down there. You can see how deep that water really is. We're looking at the vehicle in front of you. Alright? That's it. Keep going, guys. Now, when we get to the other end here, just press the gas pedal hard enough to keep the vehicle moving up this slippery hill. And we'll go up and over the hill.
Wow. Scary.
And I'm going to wait for you right over here.
Way.
Come on up and out of the water. Follow the road around here where I am. Real close, if you would, while we stop here so we can get everybody up out of the water. Now, you may see some steam coming off your hood. It's actually coming from the radiators and exhaust pipes underneath. That's totally normal.
What'd you lose?
Not to worry. The weight of this vehicle is on the left front and right rear. And I'm still able to do this. I can open and close the door. Okay, now that may not sound like a big deal to you until you understand that most of the competitive vehicles, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, you name it, Chevy, Ford, anybody that builds an SUV, and believe me, we've tested them here, and we put this much diagonal stress, it creates so much flex in the chassis. Alright, because we've got all the weight on the left front and right rear, that you literally cannot open the door because the chassis is flexed so much, kind of like a Pringle potato chip. Alright, that it literally renders the doors useless. You can't open and close them, they're jammed shut. So we do this exercise with the BMWs. It's just kind of a fun, cool way for us to show the high percentage of use of hydroform steel, which is a technologically advanced application for making steel very rigid wherever they have to bend steel. It's bent under pressure, so it doesn't lose its strength where the bends in the metal are. And why is that so important to you as a person? Couple reasons. Number one, because the chassis is not flexing and doing the hoochie-coochie as you go down the road, it's very rigid, and that lets the suspension do its job much better. It also lengthens the life of your tires. It also makes the vehicle very stable in bumpy road conditions. So there's a lot of reasons, and number one, and you put all those together, it comes up with safety. So it's a much safer vehicle to drive. So come on over, one at a time. Nice and easy does it, and then we're going to go right up this hill.
Maybe missing.
As you come up the hill, I will talk you through this because you're going to lose sight of the road for a second. So I'm going to go up and over, and I can be on the other side here, and I'll help you come through. Alright, right, well, you are lined up just right. Keep coming straight across. Keep coming straight across the hill. Now you can see the road. And come on down. And you're going to come right up close behind me here. Once you get down here, we're going to park and change drivers. Alright, clear one, come on up and over. You're lined up really well. Come on down. Right one, come right up here behind me here. Close to me. And the next one on top, come on up and over. Put them in park. You know how to do that, just like the 650. Put on the brake and just push that little white, little black button with the white letter P on top of the gear shift. Just push it, push that without moving the gear shift. Leave the engine drying and go ahead and change your driver. You've got two in there with you. Alright? There's two people in the vehicle. You guys are looking good. Keep going. If you've got two people in the car, now's the time to change your drivers. You don't have two people in the car. You don't have to change your drivers. Unless you want to. Get out, run around the car, climb back in behind the wheel. Get up close. In the brown one there. Come on, get up close to the vehicle in front of you. We got one more coming down the hill there. There you go. There you go. Come on down when you get to the bottom. Go ahead and put it in park. There you go. Beautiful. Right, change drivers. Shut the engine off. Only the engine's running. Okay, the blue one, you're not going to change drivers? Alright, cool. Alright, so, the next little thing we're going to go across here, our next adventure, is a road, a very rough piece of road that we use to demonstrate what we call zero steering deflection. What the heck does zero steering deflection mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. If you've ever driven a four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicle, when you go across a road that's as rough as this road is that we're about to cross, it would end up yanking the steering wheel left and right, jerking your arms and wrists and shoulders, and it wears you pretty thin, pretty quick, okay? And that's called steering deflection. The bumps in the road actually deflect the front tires left and right, and all that energy feeds through the steering wheel and right to the driver. So it kind of beats you up a little bit. So zero steering deflection means, and you'll see as we cross this road, these are fairly deep potholes, anywhere from 9 to 13 or 14 inches deep. And I want you to hold the steering wheel very gently as we go across here. And you'll notice that there is no steering deflection. As deep as these holes are, the steering wheel doesn't yank and jerk your hands and arms. So it's a very user-friendly vehicle in an off-road situation. These are pretty severe bumps, guys. And you'll notice no yanking and jerking of the steering wheel. A very cool little aspect of the engineering of these vehicles. the next time. Right here, the mountains just pointing out there on the left. Got a great weekend going here. We can get on the motorcycle and get up into the hills. Now, this hill that we're at right now, as we go down here, it's going to be about a 30% grade, 30% downhill. That's a pretty steep hill. Now, you remember that button I had to push that was to the left of the gear shift selector? I want you to double check and make sure you got the little green light lit above that button. And it's that little button to the left of the gear shift selector all the way back. The second button from the back looks like a vehicle going downhill, the gauge on top of it. The little green light should be lit right above that button. And that is the hill descent control function. Now, if it were raining, snowing, sleeting, and very slippery, these rocks that we're about to go down this hill on would be very, very slippery. We'd be going down a very steep hill. We would probably want to start putting the brakes on. As soon as we did that, the vehicle would probably start sliding. And maybe we'd even lose control and end up in the ditch. That button activates the hill descent control. And what it does is it interfaces the ABS and the left braking system, okay, with the stability control system, and it's going to keep the vehicle going straight down the hill. But we do this with no feet on the pedals, alright? It's a default setting of about 5 miles an hour, so as you start down the hill, I'm going to tell you, feet off the pedals. No brake, no gas, just steer the vehicle down the hill. You'll feel the vehicle slow itself down, and it's going to hold you right at 5 miles an hour, because that's what these are set up from the factory. That's an adjustable speed that you can set to your own needs, but it's set at the factory at 5 miles an hour, and that's where it is right here today. So one at a time, I'm going to get out first. Please don't come down the hill until I call you. Wait on the top. Now, my feet are off the pedals. The system is kicked on, and it's holding me right at 5 miles an hour. So the white one right behind me, come on up to the top. All right, come on over the hill. Come on down. Now take your feet off the pedals. Take your feet off the brake, off the gas. And you'll feel that thing kick in and hold it right at 5 miles an hour. It's a pretty amazing system. Hill descent control works great. Up in the mountains, up in the hilly areas. Come on down, next vehicle. That's it, come on down. Take your feet off the pedals. Trust the system, it will work. And the white one on top, hold right there for a second, please. Alright, white one, come on down. Feet off the pedals, trust that system. And the red one, come on up and over.
Just push that red button.
Okay, feet off the pedals.
Never mind. Wait till the next one comes.
The bottom one, come on down. Take your feet off the pedals.
Push it the whole time. Push.
And the blue one, come on down. Feet off the pedals. Very cool. Now, obviously, we just came down that hill going forward. Now, in my motorcycle riding, I ride a lot of these real hilly backcountry roads, and I see a lot of driveways that are that steep. Now, what if we had to go up that driveway last night, and our garage was up on top there, and it snowed or sleeted or did something horrible overnight? That driveway was really slick, and we had to back down that hill. The system also works in reverse. So it works going forward, it works going backward, it also works in neutral. So it's an amazing system. It's called hill descent control. Alright, now we are going to go over the uneven berms. If you got a camera, you might want to get it ready for this. Now you're going to follow right in my footprints here. And when I say uneven berms, I mean really uneven berms. Watch my vehicle, and I want you to follow me, and your tires should be right where mine are. Notice how close my right side tires are to the top of the hill. My left side tires are way down near the bottom, and I'm at about a 25 degree angle. And we do roll over. Imagine that. Come on up. That's all the time. If you ever roll one over, then my standard answer is not today. We know that we're well within the spec of these vehicles. Actually, these vehicles will go up to a 50 degree angle. Believe it or not, we are at a 25 degree angle, so we're well within the spec of the vehicle. Alright, red one got way up there. That's good. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Now go hit the fence. Get close to it without hitting it. I hate it when you hit the fence. Then I gotta do an accident report. I gotta go to a meeting. Alright, now this next one. Our left side tires go up on top and the right side tires are down on the bottom. Now your passenger is going to feel like they could open their window and reach out and touch the ground, and you almost can. We had a bunch of NFL football players here earlier this week, and one of them actually did that. Opened his window. Of course, these guys are huge. You know, they're 6'6", 6'7", great big giant guys. And his hand was within a foot of the ground when he stuck his arm out the window there. So that's it. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Keep driving over there. Just want to be right on around here, guys.